Yo, Smelly Randy here. Today is Wednesday, April 8th, and today I'm going to take the fire starters that I made yesterday, throw them in the pan right here, and we're going to try them out and see how long they burn. And I'll give you another project that you can start working on during your time at home this quarantine. So let's go! Alright, so just let me adjust this, but just to recap, yesterday I showed you a few combinations of ingredients you can use to make some fire starters, primarily with cotton balls, petroleum jelly, soy wax, and magnesium shavings. So today, here's some of the ones that I made yesterday. Today we're going to take some of these, we're going to throw them all on the pan, and we're going to time them. So I'm going to prepare these while I just shoot the yit about what else I have going on. Yesterday we watched the season finale of Ozark, season 3, and that was pretty wild. It was definitely cool to hear that new song by Run the Jewels at the end that I just recommended last week or the week before that. Pretty wild stuff. Check that out if you haven't seen Ozark yet. Start from the beginning. Pretty good. And then at night, or in the evening, I should say. Ow! Just cut myself. In the evening, it was a full moon last night, so I decided to get out of the house and basically go just right across the street to the lake and try and get some photos of the full moon rising behind downtown Denver, behind the skyline. So I've tried to go out and shoot the moon rising, setting before, and it's always like I kind of always enjoy like the chase of it, like trying to figure out where I think I need to be to get a decent shot, and then like once you're there you realize you're not even close and you're running north or a certain direction to try and change your perspective. So like I always seem to have an enjoyable time doing that, but then when it comes to shooting the full moon, especially when the full moon is rising at the same time the sun is setting, it basically it gets dark really quick, and I find that shooting a full moon, as soon as it gets even a little bit dark, it just gets so difficult, because if you want like that detail in the moon, you have to shoot with a super fast shutter speed, like 1/2000, and to do that you have to blast the ISO all the way up. I know I'm getting into some more technical photography stuff, but it's just really difficult to do. So like I went out, I got some shots, and then I got home and started looking through the photos, and I didn't like anything. And that usually is exactly what happens. I get home and I'm like, I don't like any of these photos. So that's what happened. You would think after doing it a few hundred times, I'd learn to stop going out and shooting full moon, but yeah, that's what I did. However, I was talking to a buddy about this last night. One good time to shoot the full moon is actually when it's setting in like the morning. Like tomorrow, the moon will still be mostly full, and it'll set in the west, so I'll be shooting it setting behind the mountains, which is nice. and it sets like 2 hours after sunrise, so it's going to be plenty bright out, and it's actually very easy to take pictures of the full moon when it's super bright out because the moon is bright, everything else is bright, and you can just shoot fast shutter speed and get some good shots. So, all right, I think we'll just do these three and see if we can't get them lit. All right, so just so let me make sure these are in frame here. All right, so on this side right here, we have the these are my fire starters I made last year that were basically completely covered in wax. I basically had to take the knife and cut into it, like cut it basically right in half, and then start pulling some cotton out of there. In the middle here, these are the fire starter that I made yesterday. So half of it is dipped in soy wax, and then I sprinkled magnesium shavings on top of it there. And then this is just a cotton ball covered in Vaseline. No soy wax whatsoever. And actually what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to take out this one from my pill bottle. We're going to use that one. Actually, we'll put these down here. And I'm actually going to sprinkle a little bit of magnesium on one of the cotton balls with Vaseline and see if that helps at all or makes a big difference. I don't know that it's really going to burn longer. It might. I don't know. This one has a ton of... Alright. I don't have the bag of magnesium within reach, so I'm just kind of pulling the extra out of the egg carton here. And then we'll get these lit and see what happens. Alright, so we have basically these two up here both have soy wax on them. This is completely covered in soy wax, that has half soy wax. And then these two are just cotton balls and Vaseline. No soy wax on either of these. Oh, there's a big old spider back here. Alright. I got the timer here. We're going to set this up. Hopefully that you can see it while I continue to talk to you. Alright. So, anyway. Let's fire these up. So we will do both the cotton at the same time. And then I'll start. Ooh, those went up quick. Alright. Now we'll try these. Look at that. Man, that one, which was just the cotton ball and Vaseline, that one went up so quick and so big. But I suspect that it's going to burn out quick. You can actually see how those magnesium shavings, they spark up a little bit. Yeah, so we're already losing the cotton ball and Vaseline that I made a little bit ago. Now I have there's like little particles of cotton balls floating around right here in the garage. So we still have an open flame on the cotton ball and Vaseline without shavings. And that was the fresh one that I just did today. This is the one that was in my pill bottle for the past year. So that one's already out already. So that was just the cotton ball and Vaseline. Probably didn't have nearly as much Vaseline as this one did that has been sitting in the pill bottle. So that one's out already at a minute and 20 seconds, something like that. The other ones are going on real strong. It's looking good for the one I have that was covered in wax that I cut open, as expected. I gotta say, this one, the cotton ball and Vaseline from the pill bottle, that's a year old with some magnesium on top, that one's doing way better than I ever would have expected. Alright, now I expect at least 2 of these 3 to remain burning for a significant amount of time, so we can kind of move on and just let those burn. Alright, so there's really only one other thing I wanted to talk about. Oh yeah, we were talking about taking pictures yesterday, and taking pictures of the full moon. Speaking of photos, since we're all kind of locked up in here inside for a while, I guess indefinitely, one thing that I would recommend doing that I do every year is make yourself a photo book. If you enjoy taking pictures and you have a lot of pictures, or even if you just have the pictures on your phone, now is a great time to basically, jump on a website and organize a photo book and print it out. And I'll show you what I do every year. So every single year I make at least 2 different photo books. And the first one that I do is like a full year recap. So this is my newest book this is my year in review 2019. And there's my proposal in Italy. There's another shot of Italy. And then inside, I don't bother putting words in. It's just so many photos. There I go, hitting the handle on this again. Jesus, idiot. I'll show you here. If I can not catch this on fire. Let me zoom in. Alright, so my year in a review book. Just all photos from my camera, from my phone, from Snapchat, anything that I have that was memorable, and it's all in like chronological order throughout the year, which is always a good way to view it when you're looking back on it, where the beginning is January, the end is December. So yeah, I always do a year in a review book like this. That is basically just for me. That's like my way, so I can easily look back and remember everything I did that year and have everything in print if God forbid something was to happen to hard drives or anything like that. The other book I always make is like a coffee table book, and I call it here's one. I just call it the generic photo. What do I call it? Generic coffee table photo book. And this one is all pictures, mostly my favorite pictures from the year. And most of the time, they won't have any people in them. There won't be pictures of me in most of these. So it's mostly just a landscape photo book. So yeah. I typically make one of these every year, and then I usually gift these ones out. I might keep one for myself, and then I might make a few more and give to like my parents or a friend or other family. And then some years, whenever the years that we take a big trip, I always make a book from just that trip. So like here's the first one that I did, and this is Carrie and I's first week-long trip to Yellowstone and Tetons. And so this is a much smaller book, but then I can focus on really blowing up a lot of the good photos. Like there's one of the buffalo. Stuff like that. It's good to see them real enlarged as opposed to in my year in review book where everything is pretty small because there's just so many photos. So yeah, for any big trip I'll make a smaller book for that. Like I just finished the book for Italy, and for our Italy trip in July and August, so I'll have that soon. So yeah, that's a good thing for you to play around with now. And I'll show you, so like, yeah, I try and keep them pretty similar. See if I can get that to focus. Come on. Come on. Yeah, there you go. So I try and keep them pretty similar. So when they're all sitting on the shelf next to each other, it's really easy to just pick out what I'm looking for. If you notice, there isn't a 2018 here because I got really busy that year. I had a lot of trips and haven't gotten around to doing that book yet. So I really need to do a 2018 book as well as a trip. A book of our trip to Glacier National Park, which was also in 2018. So yeah. Looks like we got another one out. So, yeah, that one, and I had my eye on it. That one just went out probably like 20 seconds ago. Whoops, sorry. And that is the other cotton ball with just Vaseline, but then with magnesium sprinkles over it. That was the one from the pill bottle here. So that one is officially out. And the two with wax, you'll see, are still going. And we're just past 8 minutes, and those still have a nice big flame, so those are still kicking. And it looks pretty clear to me that the one that I expect to win, the one that was fully covered in wax, is going to last longer, but we'll see. It's at least good to see, just have an idea for how long you can get a good open flame from a fire starter, from one little fire starter. So, yeah, already, if you're not impressed, then hopefully this will keep going for like another 10 minutes, and then maybe you will be. So what else? No, actually, that's really all I got. I don't have anything else to talk to you guys about. And I have no idea what I'm going to be doing the rest of the week. I'm running out of ideas quick. If you have anything you'd like to see me make a video on, if you have any questions, if you want to know how to do anything, if you have any ideas at all, I am running on fumes here. So, yeah, let me know. I'm going to keep this going, and actually, I'm going to put the camera on it, and then right before I upload it, I'll just fast forward it so you can see how long it took. But yeah, that's all I got. If you have any questions, let me know. And please make suggestions for any videos that you'd like to see, because I am out of ideas. Let me know. All right, have a good one, y'all. You know what? I gotta sit out here and make sure I don't catch anything on fire and deal with this anyway. So, you can just sit with me in silence. Or, maybe I'll think of something to talk about. But actually, it looks like looks like this one's just about out. And we just lost our flame at 11 minutes and about 10 seconds. So that was one of the fire starters I made yesterday, half dipped in soy wax with some magnesium sprinkles or shavings sprinkled on there. So that means the definitive winner is the one of the fire starters that I made last year that completely covered in soy wax. Yeah, I guess we'll just see how long this goes, because so yeah, even just with a half dip of wax, you'll get 11 minutes out of a cotton ball, and that was with no Vaseline. So that was cotton ball, no Vaseline, half dipped in soy wax, and just a couple of magnesium shavings on there, which I don't really think they did a whole lot for longevity of that thing burning. So yeah, we're just gonna let this burn, and I still have time on my lunch, so I'm gonna keep this going. What's going on? Oh, that's all right. Thanks. Is it stinking here?
Yeah, I couldn't tell what was burning.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, come on, I'll close the door. Oh, I hate dealing with these. Oh, here, I got a little tip to show you. If you have one of these REI chairs like this, and you pull it out, and you got the bag sitting here, take the bag, kind of fold it like into itself as much as you can. Pull the drawstring tight. Tighten that. Now feed that through the loop. Open the loop. Put the bag through. There you go. Not gonna lose that. All right. That's all I got. 14 minutes and counting. Going on strong. Oh, here we go. I can show you this. If you guys have never seen a backpacking saw, this is what a backpacking saw looks like. You just unscrew the thread here. I feel like I never see anyone use these, and I'm not sure why. I always bring this into the backcountry. I never see any videos talking about them, but they're great. Okay, you unscrew that, and now you can just pull this out. In here, blade, and then basically it goes together like that. Then you got a nice big saw to use in the backcountry. And these things are like $30, I think, something like that. Come on. Oh, that one went out. Here we go. 15 minutes and 40 seconds. Or it was probably 30 because I wasn't paying attention, but there you have it. 15 minutes, 15 and a half minutes from that fire starter. I think I mentioned yesterday that last year when I tested them, I had at least one get over 21 minutes, so I'm kind of surprised it didn't go longer. And that I know when I tested them last year, they were in open air too, so there was definitely more wind. Maybe that helped it. I don't know. All right, so anyway, there you have it. Cotton balls, Vaseline, soy wax, magnesium shavings. Pick any combination of those, and you're gonna get pretty much at least 7 minutes of an open flame for a fire starter. So that is what you can expect. Put that back. Whoops. All right. Well, I gotta clean this up and get back to work. So thanks for sticking with me. We'll see you tomorrow if I can think of anything. See ya.